Hello everybody, it's Pat Mullen here, your favorite amateur scientist from Labconco Corporation. And the last time you saw me, we were freeze drying a donut. I also had much more hair, but that's a different story. But today we have another fun activity, and this one is even cooler because it's something that you can try at home. In honor of 4th of July coming up, I thought it would be really cool to make a video showing you guys how to make your own homemade black snake fireworks. If you're not sure what the black snakes are, those are the little tabs that you would set on a brick or concrete or whatever it may be, and when you light them on fire, they grow. Well, this is something you can do pretty easily from your own home with just a few household ingredients. So let's go ahead and show you what exactly you're going to need to do this at home. Sand, baking soda, powdered sugar, denatured alcohol or lighter fluid, and a lighter. Now when it comes to the alcohol, note that if you use something like ethanol or denatured alcohol like I'm using, you don't have to worry about any toxic fumes because that stuff burns very cleanly, so you don't have to sit there and worry about any fumes that you might be breathing in. Now I'm still going to do my portion of this in our Protector Extreme fume hood just because we have it here, so why not? But if you're at home and don't have the fortune of having that home fume hood, well, that's okay. Your kids can even help you do this, of course. They can't do it by themselves because there is flammable stuff. So if they're interested, make sure you're there to supervise. In terms of safety, I would recommend though using safety glasses or goggles and some gloves because you are working with flammable material. So I'm gonna go ahead and suit up and then we'll get going on this and show you how to do it. How do I look? Good? All right, let's get going. Now before we start with the actual chemical reaction that'll make these snakes, there's a couple preliminary steps to take. The first one would be to get your sugar and baking soda mixture ready, and what you want on that is 4 parts sugar to 1 part baking soda. So what I did here was pretty simple. I just did 4 tablespoons of the powdered sugar and 1 of the baking soda. So you want to get that ready before you start and just set it aside. And the next thing you can do is get your sand ready, and what you're going to want to do is basically create a mound with your sand. And I did mine in a petri dish. You don't have to do it like that, whatever works best for you. But once you create that mound, what you want to do is create a depression in the middle of the mound. You basically want a little bowl where you can end up pouring your alcohol and putting your sugar and baking soda mixture. Alright, so here you are inside our really awesome hood cam, which is just the video camera stuck inside the corner of the fume hood. But either way, this will give you a nice close-up view of what's going on when this chemical reaction starts occurring and these homemade black snakes start growing. So let's waste no more time and just get to it. Now what I just did there was poured some of my denatured alcohol into that groove that we created in the sand. And then the next step is going to be taking this sugar and baking soda mixture and putting some of that in the middle of there. And finally, the last part to all of this, of course, is to take our lighter and light that alcohol, and the chemical reaction will start as it burns the alcohol and the sugar and the baking soda. And from this point on, just watch and see what happens. All right, cool. Now we're gonna get this thing extinguished, and let's take it out of here and talk about what exactly is happening with this. So there you have it. Now you can make your own homemade black snake fireworks. In case you want to see our end product a little closer up, that's what we ended up with. And here's one we did as a test earlier. So I mean, you get something pretty significant from those. You know, a lot better than what you would get just buying those little tabs from the tent up the street. You know, your kids may be asking you to do this year round. I know I would. This is pretty cool. Now, in case you're wondering what exactly is happening when those snakes form, here's the formula. And in case you're like me and that really doesn't mean anything to you, basically what's happening is the baking soda burns and turns into sodium carbonate, water vapor, and carbon dioxide. Sugar burns and turns into water vapor and carbon dioxide. And so you get this resulting carbonate, or the snake, that has black carbon on it. So you get that black extruding snake that is basically being pushed out by carbon dioxide gas. So pretty cool, you know, neat for kids to look at, and maybe you can try to teach them something too while you're doing it, if you know they'll allow it. It is summer. Okay, so there you have it. You know how to make your own black snake fireworks. It's really easy. It saves you a trip to the creepy tent that's, you know, over in who knows where selling fireworks, and plus you have no risk of landing anything flammable on your neighbor's roof. So it's really easy, just takes a few things that are around the house, and hey, get something really cool. All right, so that's all I got for you today. Try making your own homemade black snake fireworks, and until my twisted brain thinks of something else to show you guys, have a great 4th of July.